when I take a drink. My favorite chaser, refreshingly good, can't compare with no other. Makes you want more, stimulatingly fresh. Juicy cola, what a chasing with. Every day I drink juicy cola, refreshing with that juicy 100% juicy cola, what a chasing with. Every day I drink juicy cola, refreshing with that juicy 100% Vincent. Juicy cola, available at all supermarkets, shops, vendors, bars, and sales trucks.
And a pleasant good afternoon to all. It's a nice radio sports team here at the Arnos Vale Sports Complex, and we are getting ready to bring you action in the ECCB OECS International Netball Series, the inaugural event, because there's been a change from the under-23 to the International Series, which is going to improve the standings of netball in the sub-region. And of course, the Nice Radio Sports team will be covering all of the matches right here on Nice Radio, and alongside with me right now is Roxel John. Roxel John will be assisting us as well on the broadcast. And Roxel, for the start, we are playing cat and mouse with the weather.
Yes, definitely. Good afternoon to all, and good afternoon to those listening to Nice Radio. A pleasant afternoon, cloudy, overcast, and all day we've been having showers on and off, and it seems as if that's going to be the case for the rest of today. The forecast for today and tomorrow are quite similar, but let's see. The courts have been redone. They look in very, very good shape. The stadium has been painted, the netball complex has been painted, and the setup has been looks quite attractive at this point in time as we get ready for the opening ceremony, which would begin shortly. I see MC Mr. Keith Joseph,
and he's chairperson of the organizing committee. In terms of the facility, all kudos to the National Sports Council. They promised that they would deliver an upgraded facility. They have done that, and big congratulations to them.
Well, they definitely had to, because if those of us who frequent this area will recall, one of our major courts on the northern section of the complex, closer to the then Arnos Vale Airport, we still had paint from one of those fetes that we had last carnival on it prior to the work done. So definitely it was needed, and it looks in very good shape. The lights definitely will be working so that we can have our evening games into night games, and it looks like a good spectacle as it relates to the surroundings and the ambience, therefore, that we have here to go into the competition.
Well, what we can do, we can steal the show from Keith Joseph by going ahead and updating on what's been expected for the opening ceremony.
Right, so the opening ceremony, we should have prayer from Pastor Ruth Constance, welcoming and opening remarks from Mr. Keith Joseph, the parade and introduction of teams, a flag raising ceremony, that will be done by the RSVG Police Force Band and the Girl Guides. We'll have the inspection of teams, and then the teams march off.
Right, that will be followed by the welcome remarks from President of the St. Vincent Netball Association, Mrs. Doris McIntosh. There will be remarks from Minister of Finance, Honorable Camilo Gonçalves, remarks from Minister of Tourism, Sports and Culture, Honorable Cecil Mackey, and remarks from Miss Josette Edwards, citation from Keith Joseph, the athletes' oath and officials' oath and vote of thanks, followed by entertainment.
And then we go into the action, the business of the purpose that we are here.
Yes.
We have 2 games each evening, with the exception of those days when we have a game in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. And I think the last day we have 4 games, 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. This afternoon we're going to start with match 1. SVG.
St. Vincent,
Yes, St. Vincent Grenadines against Dominica. That should begin at 5:30. And then
St. Lucia versus Grenada
at 7 p.m.
What I find interesting with this fixture, typically when you're doing home games, your home team play last. But I find it strange that St. Vincent playing the first match, But I believe that maybe to pull the crowd here at Arnos Vale. And we must say, despite the threat of rain here there, it's still a good occasion to come on down at Arnos Vale. There are lots of surprises, we understand, from the gate as well. Lots of prizes to be won once you
nice
come through here, and I believe you may have set that precedent there.
Community college and the prizes here. Well, guess what? It's all about the learning process. We are here about developing sport and culture in St. Vincent and Grenadines, so one entity could always learn from another and develop their program even better as we go forward to producing something for the public.
Interestingly, though, I'm not on the organizing committee, but some of the things I would have done to have more radio quiz, on the radio, have people more involved in getting them to be involved in netball knowledge and language and the like.
Olympism and the information from that, yes.
And have some of the schools around, particularly in this area, being involved in some aspect of netball as well, getting an idea to understand the sport and expand the whole knowledge of the sport and the competition in itself, and learning of a curriculum institution, ECCB.
And this is what we're talking about, the holistic development of the individual, the athlete, the spectators, the listeners, those who probably do not know much about netball or do not have that affinity for netball, but during our broadcast and all the other coverages, they can get other things and learn other things to develop the person.
And that's what hosting tournaments like these are supposed to do. You're supposed to have that outside type of event that would add interest.
Yeah, we've gone away from just the ball and up and down, running up and down, passing and hosting,
or just simply bringing in people. They compete and
then they leave. Yes, it's about developing the individual and
because, for example, we should have had on our television screens. We have won 14 to 15 times in the under-23 competition.
Definitely, which is now
how much of that
non-existent, right?
To sensitize the public and but these things could be picked up on. However, sometimes I find we are a little bit tardy in getting these things going.
Well, in time, and as you can see, the program itself for the entire week encompasses a few things that are were not normally there. You definitely, technical meeting is something normally
that was today.
Yes, and then there will be a church service tomorrow. There's a coaching seminar.
Interestingly, the church service will be at the Kingston Baptist Church. I was thinking, given that the Games Village is located in Rattermill, maybe the one of the churches nearby could have been the better.
Probably looking at capacity. Kingston Baptist Church, quite a new facility and a big facility.
But
right
I believe the choice may be because of association.
It could be as well.
Yes.
Right,
anyway, we're hearing the police force band sound coming down the access road to the Arnos Vale Sports Complex, and I think we see Antigua coming through the gates.
Yes, Antigua in the blue
tracksuit and red to the
red
sides.
and yellow to the sides. Yes, correct. Followed by Dominica, green track tops, and
dominant red and green.
Right, definitely. And they are followed by Grenada,
the Red Army.
Definitely fully outfitted in Adidas red, red tops and bottoms in terms of tracksuits.
You can't miss them.
St. Lucia black with blue, a tinge of blue and yellow. And then Team SVG, we call them Team SVG or St. Vincent and Grenadines. What do we call them?
Last night I was speaking with an official of the Netball Association. I've been saying, listen, for the longest time now, I've been saying, let's give a name to our national netball team. So I'm going to throw it out this evening, the Vinci Diamonds.
Vinci Diamonds, okay. The Vinci Gems, Vinci Diamonds.
Vinci Gems, Vinci Diamonds. And I'm hoping that this would catch on and the Netball Association will take up the idea.
Definitely. St. Vincent and Grenadines, just in front of the officials, and we are donned in our blue tracksuits as well with yellow tops.
Well, it's the national color scheme, but the dominant the track top is dominant yellow, and then of course you have a green and blue to the front, and the track pants is blue.
Yes, with a green tinge blue
neon green light.
Yeah, on the pocket side.
On the pockets, yes.
Then we have the all-important officials. There's a cadre of 6 of them in white tops.
All international netball officials.
And that is good for our Caribbean type competition. Although we are Caribbean teams, it's an international competition, and we should have the highest standard of officiating.
Yes. All right. So the teams have been brought on court here. Unfortunately, there's no St. Kitts, Nevis, Montserrat. They originally had the indication of coming, but they're not here. Sadly enough, we would have liked to have had those two as well to be involved, but these things do happen. But we're going to be expecting very exciting competition. The host team is starting out as favorite because of
the hosting. History and hosting.
And because of history.
Because in my opinion, Justin, I think netball in the sub-region, as we may want to see it this afternoon, in terms of the teams that are participating, are basically almost on the same stage, or redeveloping, trying to get something back, a footing back on Caribbean netball, international netball, so to speak. Trinidad, Jamaica, even Barbados have gone a further ahead of us than we were, say 10, 15 years ago.
Yes, and just looking across at the police force band, tomorrow being Father's Day, let me wish you happy Father's Day in advance. I am seeing a lone female in the police force band, and that's something positive indeed.
Wonderful, and she has one of the trumpets at the back. It looks like. Yes, definitely. And happy Father's Day to you too, as well, Justin, and all of our fathers listening to our commentary this afternoon as we get ready to go into the opening ceremony.
I'm sure those fathers for sure will be locked on to Nice Radio, be it in St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, because their daughters are there.
Daughters, could be wives, could be grandchildren.
So let's take it over to MC Keith Joseph.
It's a little simpler here. While we have a lot of people outside on the arena, we invite Pastor Ruth Constance to lead us in prayer.
Good afternoon, everyone. If you can stand, let's just stand as we reverence the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Let's bow in prayer. Eternal and most righteous God, without you we are nothing. Without your wisdom, we don't know what to do. And so, Father, we thank you. We thank you, Lord, for this idea. We thank you, Lord, for allowing us the privilege of coming together, God, under this umbrella, Father, as Caribbean nations. We thank you, Lord, for the ECCB and the OECS, oh God, Father, who are partners in this sports. And so, Father, even now, we lift up this international event before you. We thank you, Lord, for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and for allowing us the opportunity to be host. We pray, dear God, that, Father, everything will be done in decency and in order. We look to you, sovereign God. We put everything in your hand. We ask for your command. We ask for your guidance. Even now, God, we lift up every minister of government. We lift up, oh God, every official. We lift up, oh God, every part of the delegation. And we lift up, oh God, the team members. We pray, Lord, for unity. We pray for oneness. We pray, dear God, that the game, Father, will go on with decency and with order. So even now, God, even this evening, as we launch, oh God, the official start of this event, we ask, Lord, that your Holy Spirit be with us. We ask that your presence ever abide with us. We ask for your angels to protect us, Father, in our going out and our coming in. We ask, God, for good weather. We pray, Lord, that you will continue to give us the strength as we persevere. So we put everything and everyone into your hand, and we thank you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Father. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you. As we ask the guys responsible for the flag raising will do the anthems immediately as we have the protocol party out as well, following which we will do the inspection of teams. We play the national anthems in alphabetical order. We start with Antigua and Barbuda.
So we're just waiting on the national anthem of Antigua and Barbuda.
Now the national anthem of Dominica. The national anthem of Grenada. The national anthem of St. Lucia. National anthem of host country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We will now ask the band to play an appropriate interlude of music as we ask the protocol party to inspect the teams. Following which they will come back to the podium and we then have the march off and then the speeches. Doris McIntosh, president of the local association, will lead the party through the inspection of teams. I think they're waiting to see who's the tallest will walk last.
So Justin, we're going to have the inspection of teams at this time, led by the president of the St. Vincent Grenadines NETBALL Association, Mrs. Doris McIntosh. I see also in the party the Honorable Minister of Finance, Honorable Camilo Gonzalez.
Could we ask the captain of each team to come to the front? The captain of each team to come to the front so you will take the party around to your contingent. Please, thanks.
They are now inspecting Antigua and Barbuda, having a few kind words, and the captains have been asked to come to the front of their squads so that they can introduce the other members of their teams. Still there with the Antigua and Barbuda netball team. They're now moving their way across to Dominica, being introduced, exchange of handshakes that is. We also see in the party the Honorable Minister of Tourism and Sport, Honorable Cecil Mackey. So the inspection of teams as we go into the opening, or as we get going as part of the opening ceremony, or with part of the opening ceremony of the ECCB sponsored OECS International Netball Series. And your coverage is coming to you, obviously compliments ECCB, ECCB Connect, and our various local sponsors, of which you'll hear more about during the course of our broadcast. Antigua inspected, Dominica inspected, Grenada are completing their inspection. So as the party moves around, St. Lucia now being inspected. Inspection party again led by the president of the St. Vincent and Grenadines Netball Association, Mrs. Doris McIntosh.
Yes, and we want to welcome Carlisle. Yes, Carlisle with us. Also, will be carrying the broadcast throughout the tournament here at Arnos Vale. So we're just letting everyone getting familiar with the voices, so to speak. We have that capacity to pull personnel from different aspects of the station when we have big programs like this. You know, Roxelle, being at the reception last evening, I was looking at the size of one of the Grenadian player, and I want to believe she may very well be either the goal keep or
goal defense,
or could be goal defense or goal shoot. A very big lady indeed. Some time ago, I think I remember one of the under-23 tournament, they had also featured a very big player. But St. Vincent has tall players in the captain Marion Frederick for sure. And there's another young lady in the back there. I'm sure when we get the names and the bib assignment, we can identify the faces with the names. Some we know from the national tournament. A few others we're not too
familiar with.
Definitely,
I could see one of our graduating students from the St. Vincent Community College in front of the St. Vincent team there. Yes.
That's to the left of Marion.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So
and she would have played in your college tournament.
Definitely, she would have won the best mid-court player for her 2 years at the college.
And we're speaking of.
The name has just slipped me, but it's gonna get back to me.
Too many of them to deal with.
A whole lot of them. But St. Vincent Grenadines, the last team being inspected at this time, and the inspection party now moves over to our international netball officials.
Yes, and of course. I was looking for a gentleman I know, Benty from out of St. Lucia, but he's probably on the management team. He's also a Caribbean. He's also a Caribbean netball umpire as well. Right, so Carlisle, I believe this might be your first netball broadcast.
This would be my first netball broadcast.
Right.
You know, so I mean, while I'm going to observe a lot, I mean, I'll be jumping in from time to time, asking questions. Might be dumb questions, but hopefully you guys will help me out.
Yes. Well, let me throw this at you, and I'm really going to work hard at it because I've been pressing it on Sports Highlights, looking for a label for the national team, and I've just told Roxelle my idea, my suggestion. Vinci Diamonds, he said Vinci Gems. What do you have on that?
Higher heights.
So we want to throw it out there because I've been doing this for nearly 5 years now, and the Netball Association seemed to be a bit tardy in taking that idea up.
I'm going to say a heartfelt thank you to the protocol.
We'll come back to that. We go back to Key Joseph, massive ceremony.
Coming off they're all smiles. Clearly, they're satisfied with what they have seen from the teams, and this is just the start. So I would imagine that during the competition, they'll be here to see more excitement. We'd ask the police band to play some music as the teams march off. We'll have you seated for the official words of welcome and so on from the protocol party. Thank you.
So the teams are now leaving the court. We are in good weather condition. It's not steamy. It's just room temperature, I may put it. Of course, the cloud cover, sort of diffusing, the breaking up the direct sunlight.
Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the spirit.
St. Vincent will be the last team to leave court.
A little bounce. Boom, boom. Yeah, the netballers have a bounce too, you know. The umpires. Yes, look. Mm-hmm. Ay.
Actually, two of the international umpires are male, and yes, Benty is there for sure. He's out of St. Lucia. That's the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force Band. Of course, striking up the rhythm there.
Put your hands together for the best police band in the region. They probably think the opening ceremony too short. They would have liked to play longer.
So Justin, that Vincentian from the community college, Narissa Delplesh. You must have heard of that name.
Yes.
Small, diminutive, but very, very spirited individual as it relates to netball and her general lifestyle. She goes around.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause for our police band.
All right, so we are getting into the remarks now, so let's hand it over back to Keith.
Yes.
Honorable Rene Batiste, Speaker of the OECS Assembly and patron of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Netball Association. Honorable Minister of Economic Planning, Sustainable Development, Industry, Information and Labor, Camilo Gonzalez. Honorable Minister of Tourism, Sport and Culture, Ses Mackey. Member of Parliament for South Leeward, Nigel Stevenson. Mrs. Elrita Miguel, Eastern Caribbean Central Bank Representative in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Mr. Nigel Brown, ECCB Representative at the headquarters in St. Kitts and Nevis. Sir Nelson Hillocks, Director of Physical Education and Sports, Ministry of Sport, Tourism and Culture. Sir Trevor Bailey, President of the National Olympic Committee. Mrs. Rufina Paul, President of the Caribbean Netball Association. Senator Glennis Roberts, President of the Grenada Netball Association. Participating netball teams, managers, coaches, trainers, members of the media, members of the public, ladies and gentlemen, a hearty welcome to all of you. Today we are all part of history. As whereas the ECCB has been sponsoring the OECS netball tournament over several years, this year is the first time that this particular tournament is being designated the ECCB OECS International Netball Series. That has to do, of course, with the fact that it is falling in line with the International Netball Federation's new approach to allow teams to gain ranking by playing in designated competitions under its ambit. It is our pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome you all. And so we ask the President of the Netball Association of this country, Doris McIntosh, to address you.
It's okay.
So we're going to have the welcoming remarks from President of the St. Vincent Grenadines Netball Association, Mrs.
Good afternoon,
Doris
everyone.
McIntosh.
I wish to adopt the protocol that has been established, but I wish also to welcome Ms. Josette Edwards from the OECS desk. A very good afternoon to you all. May I first extend a very warm welcome to you here this afternoon, with a very special welcome to the shores of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, to the participating teams and their officials. We are indeed delighted to have you here with us for this OECS ECCB inaugural International Netball Series. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Netball Association and also our national netball team are indeed filled with an enormous amount of pride and joy for this opportunity to host this inaugural International Netball Series. I assure you that we have left no stone unturned to truly facilitate the comfort of the other participating teams: Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, St. Lucia, and Grenada, with the accompanying officials during your brief stay with us. It is my hope that when you board your aircraft for your return trip to your respective homes, that you will take with you some cherished memories of our blessed land, which we proudly call the Gem of the Antilles. Our doors will always be open for future visits. You only have to establish contact with us, and we will make the required arrangements. Ladies and gentlemen, netball is still the most widely played female sport throughout the world. And it is in bringing countries together during tournaments of this type that players can display the athleticism and excitement of this truly great sport. I am confident that this inaugural International Netball Series, whose theme is excellence and empowerment through sports, would serve to motivate each player, as it really ought to provide the various countries with the added incentive for players to vie for a continued place on their respective national teams. This inaugural OECS ECCB International Netball Series, formerly the OECS ECCB Under-23 Netball Tournament, was started in 1991 when the then president of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Netball Association, Mrs. Gloria Ballantyne, MBE, approached the then governor of the ECCB, Sir Dwight Venner of blessed memory, about sponsorship, with the rest now being history. And I am indeed delighted to stand here this afternoon to state here this afternoon that this netball series has been upgraded to a ranked tournament according to international standards. Given that 3 of the 5 participating countries in this netball series are not currently ranked, it became necessary for the Caribbean Netball Association, on behalf of all OECS countries, to apply to the International Netball Federation to have this netball series ranked. And there was indeed no objection to our request. And so the International Netball Federation has engaged 7 appropriately trained umpires to officiate in this netball series. Each country is required to play 8 games, win or lose, in order to be ranked. And so, at the end of this netball series, the participating countries that are currently not ranked will become ranked. Ladies and gentlemen, I am truly heartened that the ECCB has kindly and willingly agreed to increase the quantum of funds for this year's netball series. And I, therefore, use this opportunity to express my profound gratitude and appreciation to the ECCB on behalf of the Caribbean Netball Association and the participating countries. It is my hope that this decision to provide sponsorship for this noble women's sport would continue for a very long time. I, therefore, urge netballers throughout the OECS to recognize and appreciate the contribution that the East Caribbean Central Bank, the ECCB, is making to our sporting development. I assure the leadership of the ECCB that every effort would be made to ensure that the highest standards are maintained throughout this netball series. I also thank the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines through the National Sports Council and the National Lotteries Authority Limited for their unstinting enthusiasm, hard work, and the focused preparation in collaborating with the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Netball Association to move this netball series from page to stage. I also wish at this point to thank the National Olympic Committee, who helped us greatly in bringing this also to fruition. The response was indeed quick and encouraging, and the necessary action was taken with an enormous amount of national pride. We are indeed truly grateful for their huge and truly significant efforts. We have all looked forward anxiously to the start of this netball series, and I am confident that we will see some fantastic netball. It is said that people with healthy bodies tend to be sound in spirit and are therefore happier. Netball is indeed a great sport, a great tradition that brings us an enormous amount of joy, pride, and happiness, a sport which I also truly believe in. It is, therefore, my fervent hope that it will continue to grow and development and redound to the benefit of us all. It will, however, be remiss of me if I stood here this afternoon and failed to highlight the work of the coaches and trainers of the participating teams. They constitute an integral part of the machinery which was crafted to prepare and also to continue to develop our netballers. And I thank them all for their hard work, commitment, and dedication. I, however, have some words of advice and guidance for each of them, especially now that it is the intention to have all OECS countries ranked on the global netball stage. Every netballer wants to feel skilled and valued. The key, therefore, to motivating our netballers to play well is to point out their successes, highlight their strengths and weaknesses, encourage them to improve and teach them the necessary skills, as well as to have them always fully exposed to the new and emerging trends in netball. I urge you, therefore, to create an ideal atmosphere to motivate our netballers. 2, to let them know what they do well as what needs to improve. Minimize criticism. This does not mean that you must ignore mistakes, but you should instead use instruction and encouragement to help them improve. Respond to mistakes based on each player's ability, being ever mindful that individual skills may vary widely. Reward each player when you see improvement. Reward also those who are trying hard. Use drills where the players have to work together to meet your goals and reward them for encouraging and helping each other. Each player will be more confident as you point out their improvements and successes. Focus on team cohesion in a bid to achieve continuous improvement. Make practices and matches more meaningful, and remember that skills will improve as more instruction is given. It is in this way that we would all begin to see our OECS netball teams begin to emerge as powerhouses on the regional and international netball stage. And so, in closing, ladies and gentlemen, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Netball Association is persuaded that this will indeed be a great and truly entertaining netball series, one without any significant negative occurrences, and one which would truly be memorable. And I trust that netball would emerge as the overall winner of this international netball series. I am, therefore, depending on the players to make this a reality. I urge you all, therefore, to make a concerted effort to give up your best at all times on and off the court, to enjoy each game that you play, that you will play, and to demonstrate the highest level of decorum. I therefore wish you all success in this netball series, and I hope you all will take with you exciting and lasting memories. Finally, I thank you all for this opportunity to address you on this wonderful occasion, and I ask that you all accept my best wishes as we continue to develop netball here in the OECS. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. McIntosh, President of the local association. Our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, I have never seen him playing netball, but I know that he has been given to tremendous amount of support for sport, and also tremendous amount of support to netball and netballers across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, as Minister of Finance, I'm sure you would have expected him to play a role in agreeing for the financing in part of this series. And so it is my pleasure to invite the Minister of Finance and etc., economic planning, sustainable development, industry, information and labor, Camilo Gonzalez, to address you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. And a special good afternoon to the players, and particularly our guests here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I know as much about netball as I do maybe rocket science. Other than that, I know that I enjoy to watch the sport. And I am here really as a representative of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, as a governor of the Central Bank, and as the Minister of Finance, essentially as the person who signed the checks. And I have no other real purpose now that the tournament has begun. I recognize, however, as Minister of Finance, and I'm sure as the Minister of Tourism will recognize, that we have, on my quick count, between 75 and 100 visitors here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for this tournament. So I thank you. As we have contributed to the tournament, I thank you for contributing back to the coffers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This tournament has a long history. Gloria Ballantyne and Dwight Venner and Reds Pereira, we should mention Reds as well, came up with the idea for this tournament, and it began back in 1991. And for the first 12 years of the tournament, St. Vincent and the Grenadines won 10 of those first 12 tournaments. Unfortunately, for the next 16 years, we only won 4. And for the recent years, Grenada and St. Lucia have passed the championship back and forth, well, like a netball. I'm hoping that in its return to the site of its former dominance and glory, we can expect the home team to do us proud here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This tournament must be recognized by everyone as a regional exercise. This is done through the auspices of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, and we are all one region, and we are all ever tightly integrated. So when you look across the court at your opponent, you're also looking at your sister, and you're also looking at your neighbor. And I hope that that sense of sisterliness and neighborliness permeates this tournament, and that while we all compete, we all have a good time and we all respect one another. Increasingly in the Caribbean, governments across the region are recognizing the importance of sports in not only bringing people together, but keeping people away from other activities that are less productive. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we've launched this year something called Sports Against Crime. And there are similar endeavors going on in other OECS countries. And we recognize all of you, the athletes, as ambassadors for positive and healthy lifestyles in your respective countries and across the region. And I want to applaud all of you for reaching this level of excellence and becoming ambassadors for your country. We recognize as well that sports for women is an area that requires increasing emphasis, increasing support by governments and by organizations like the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank and local businesses. And we hope that this event spurs other investment in the future of young women and girls across the Eastern Caribbean. This year, the event has been upgraded to a ranked event, and it has been advanced from an under-23 event to one that does not have an age limit. And it would not be rude of me to say that I know one or two of the ladies there who may be slightly over 23 years of age. I hope that this enhances the quality of the competition and the sharing of experiences from the more experienced to the less experienced players. I hope it adds to the quality of the game that we see over the next few days. I hope that all of us do our best, have some fun, and bring this region closer together. And I hope that the home team does a good job and does us proud as hosts and does us proud as athletes and competitors. Those of you who are hearing a few firecrackers next door realize that there's another regional event taking place in this area. It's the Trade Winds security exercise. And there are security forces from around the region doing some drills here. So if you hear a little noise once in a while, those are just our brother and sister soldiers and police officers doing some exercises. We're hoping that they do not interrupt your sports over the course of the next couple days. But if they do, those interruptions will be temporary. Let us recognize this tournament as a shining example of regional integration, a shining example of young people doing their best, and a shining example of what we can do when we all act together in neighborliness and sisterliness. Let's all have a good tournament, and I hope everyone enjoys themselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Camilo Gonzalez, Minister responsible for Finance, and as he told you, representing the Governor of the Central Bank. Our next speaker has been involved in sport for almost all of his life. And he has been involved in the once dominant Arnos Vale Educational Sports and Cultural Organization of VESCO, which once dominated sport in this area, in this particular area, and in this particular vicinity. He was an all-round athlete. He was involved in track and field athletics. He was involved in football. He was involved in cricket. And the other sporting endeavors will remain nameless. It is my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Sport and Culture, Ses Mackey.
Thank you very much, Keith. And I must advise you that I admitted last night that I was also involved in netball. Members of the platform, spectators, patrons, officials, players, members of the media, a good afternoon to one and all. Last evening, I had the pleasure of welcoming the teams from the other 4 OECS countries to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I advised them and put them on notice that St. Vincent and the Grenadines was the best host country that the association could have chosen to come to host this very first international series. The teams were also able to exchange pleasantries and socialize with one another. This afternoon, I'll welcome you to the Arnos Vale Sporting Complex, which happens to be in the constituency that I control in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and to the Arnos Vale Sporting Complex that you would have heard about so many times relative to cricket. And now the visiting teams can go back and say to your friends and your family that you were here at this arena that you have been seeing so very often on television. I welcome you with some advice to the players. You have the opportunity to achieve individually and collectively during this international series. First of all, as a player in your chosen position on your respective teams, you have the opportunity to excel in these positions and confirm to your nation that you are well deserved in terms of selection for these positions. You also have the opportunity to become versatility players. In other words, to play in different positions so that the team, if they come up short, can utilize you in these positions. You have the opportunity to display the necessary discipline on and off the field so that you can become persons of example to other players of netball and other sporting activity in your particular countries. You also will have the opportunity to utilize all of these positive characteristics in building yourselves individually into rounded individuals. And finally, you will be able to input all of these positive attributes to your team so that as you contest in this year's tournament and future tournaments, you can contribute, if not to them willing, to be competitive in this and future series. And once you take this approach, and once the team takes this approach, I'm sure that as patrons, we will be in for an exciting, high-quality international netball series. We are fortunate to have with us the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a partner and a stakeholder in the development of this tournament and netball across the region. We have supported our participating team. We have supported the upgrade of this facility to host this tournament. We have contributed to the tournament itself, and I will be present for as many games as possible and encourage the patrons across St. Vincent and the Grenadines to support this competition. You're also, and we are also fortunate to have a long-term sponsor. And you heard that from 1991, the ECCB has been associated with this tournament. This is indeed very encouraging, and we want to ask you to put your hands together one more time for the ECCB. So the stage is set. All of these positives will come together, I'm sure, to showcase before the patrons here today, because we have 2 games this afternoon. But for the next 7 days, we will have the opportunity to be part of the atmosphere down at the Arnos Vale Sporting Complex, to encourage you, to ask of you to give of your best, so that at the end of the day, you would have competed for the new trophy that is now at stake by an outstanding netballer, not only in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but across the nation, Gloria Ballantyne. I want to ask you to put your hands together for her contribution over the years. So having welcomed you, having advised you that we are now at the business end of this tournament, I want to once again thank you for choosing St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I want to say to you, give of your best. Ensure that discipline is always your watchword. And as patrons, we will be here to look at exciting netball. And I take the opportunity to also include the organizers of this tournament to continue to push for netball to become an Olympic sport. Thank you very much for coming, and do support the rest of the tournament.
Remarks.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Tourism, Sport and Culture, Ses Mackey. We now invite the representative from the OECS Commission, Ms. Josette Edwards-Shaliman.
So we have remarks from the Minister of Finance, Honorable Camila Gonzalez, the Minister of Tourism, Sports, Honorable Cecil.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Now we have Ms. Josette
I wish to adopt the protocol which has been established. I bring greetings from the Director General and the staff of the OECS Commission. I'm happy to be able to represent the OECS Commission on this very auspicious occasion. The OECS and ECCB has been the backbone of the Under-23 Netball, now the International Netball Series, for many years. And both organizations have a reputation for excellence in everything they do. The fact that the ECCB has partnered with the OECS Commission since 1991 as a sponsor for the tournament demonstrates beyond any doubt that this tournament is extremely important to the regional integration initiative and inculcating discipline and positive attitudes in our young people, values that will empower them to play an active role in the socio-economic development of the OECS. Cognizant of this development role, the OECS Commission not only assists with the coordination to facilitate the hosting of such an important tournament, but also ensures that an OECS officer engages the players in discussions on issues affecting their communities and region. We consider this interaction very useful because sustainable development cannot be achieved without the full participation of the grassroots level and the various communities. We are therefore challenging all of the young people present here this evening to become agents of change and to make a difference in the development of their communities, country, and region. The OECS Growth and Development Strategy recognizes that there are social and economic benefits from exploring sporting pursuits. It has been noted that sports in the region has endured setbacks over the years due to the lack of finances and creative revenue streams. It has therefore been critical for governments to explore the mobilization of resources in order to sustain the sports industry. In many ways, this tournament embodies the ideals, values, and skills by which the OECS Commission operates. We are therefore hopeful that the tournament will be extremely competitive, but in an environment of love and mutual respect. Let us form bonds of friendship so that the young people of the OECS could become a beacon of hope for a more integrated and prosperous OECS. On behalf of the Director General and the staff of the OECS Commission, I wish to congratulate the visiting teams and the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Netball Association. As we prepare to start this regional competition, enjoy the games and embrace the qualities that sports have nurtured in you: teamwork, discipline, and mental and physical alertness. And remember, no challenge is too difficult to overcome while you put your mind to it. Let's play, ladies. I thank you.
Ms. Gisette Edwards, representing the ECCB.
Thank you very much. And we now invite Sir Nigel Brown of the ECCB in St. Kitts and Nevis to briefly address you.
Thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. Allow me to adopt the protocol that has been established. In 1991, as you would have heard, the ECCB would have made a commitment to sponsor the OECS ECCB Under-23 Netball Championship as part of our community outreach program. And so the tournament was staged each year by the OECS Sports Desk in St. Lucia in association with a designated host netball association, and was rotated between the bank's participating member countries. As a representative of the ECCB headquarters, I am very pleased to be present here today to witness this inaugural event, the OECS ECCB International Netball Series. As part of the bank's community outreach, the ECCB has been the main sponsor of this event since 1991, when it began as the Under-23 Netball Championship, and now in collaboration with the OECS and Caribbean Netball Association, it has now evolved into an international series. And so I bring you greetings from our Governor, Timothy Antoine, who is unable to be present here today, and the entire staff of our headquarters in St. Kitts and Nevis, as we celebrate together the development of women throughout our region under the theme, Excellence and Empowerment through Sports. Let the games begin, and may the best team win. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brown. You would have heard it earlier that the host country has decided to name the trophy that will be awarded annually, that has been agreed by the OECS fraternity, would be named after Gloria Ballantyne. You know, on Wednesday, the 12th of January, 1938, Gloria Ballantyne was born. But no one would have been able to say then that when she was being handed the MBE and its accoutrements, its paraphernalia, at the Victoria Park in 1998, October, that she would also have been in receipt of a book that was produced by the National Olympic Academy, the educational arm of the National Olympic Committee, that carried her picture on the cover, but also titled the book, Gloria Ballantyne, MBE, Our Nation's First Lady of Sport. It is interesting that that title resonated not just with the netball fraternity of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but indeed with all of our sports people. For anyone who would have gotten involved in sports would have known or heard of the original Miss B. She was the original Miss B. And she was the one who ensured that once she got involved in the sport of netball, it was as if it was part of her manifest destiny. There was nothing that she would not have done for netball. Indeed, some would suggest that it was in her DNA, largely because her father, St. Clair Rabbit Warner, had been an outstanding cricketer and footballer for this country. Her husband, Freddie, was an avid sportsman and a weightlifter and bodybuilder. Every one of their children made a national team for this country. Whether it was football, table tennis, netball, or track and field athletics, every member of their family became a representative of this country at one point or other on the field of sport. And that extended to one of their grandchildren, who also made a national representative team. What more, we ask, could anyone have done to be declared one of this country's heroines? She has had a remarkably full life in and off sport, and is at the very top of this country's growing sports legacy. Many who know her would tell you how much she fought to develop sport in this country. Their family hosted perhaps the first gym in the country. They certainly had the first table tennis board. And their home became an open environment for anyone interested in developing and honing their sporting skills. Her understanding of sport led her to become one of the founding members of this country's National Olympic Committee. And she was elevated to the position of Vice President, which she held until she retired after the Olympic Games of 2008 in Beijing. She was Chief of Mission to every one of our Olympic Games between 1992 and 2008. But she was also treasurer at one stage of this country's football federation, held that position for 6 years, and then held the position of its vice president for 2 years. We of course know her most for her love for her playing skills, her administrative skills, her umpiring skills, her coaching skills, her testing skills in the sport of netball. She was elected to the Caribbean Netball Association when it was formed. She was part of that organization and served as a senior vice president between 1986 and 1988, and then as president between 1988 and 1992. When we formed the association, the America's Federation of Netball Associations, AFNA, Gloria was elected to its first executive and served in that position until her retirement. But there were two very, very proud moments in Gloria's sporting career that related to netball. The first and perhaps the most important was that she worked along with an organization that few may well remember in this country, which was headed by Festus Stoney, a former chief education officer, called the Prime Foundation for Sport. And with them, engaged Stanley Storky John as a lawyer to first and foremost get the organization incorporated. And netball became the first national sports association in this country to be incorporated as a legal entity. And then they worked together to ensure that the property in New Montrose became the property of the National Netball Association and became the first association to have its own home. The second proudest moment for her would have been seeing a national netball team from this country defeat Trinidad and Tobago, among others, and qualify to participate in the Commonwealth Games in 2006. It was a very proud moment to see St. Vincent and the Grenadines standing among the best in the world, not just at the World Championships, but also at the prestigious Commonwealth Games. It was, however, not a good thing for her to have seen the team not play as well as she thought that they should have. As we speak today, dear friends, Gloria is still very ill and has been for some time. She first succumbed to Alzheimer's and does not recognize anyone. She would not have known that earlier this year she lost her daughter Joanne to cancer. We remember Gloria in our prayers. And today we honor Gloria for what she has done for sport in this country and in the OECS. And it is indeed a singular pleasure to have the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Netball Association and the fraternity from the OECS choose this historic event, this historic moment, to allow our sub-region, to allow AFNA, and to allow indeed the International Federation, Netball Federation, as a collective to pay homage to a true Caribbean and Vincentian sporting heroine. To God be the glory. And ladies and gentlemen, we have invited her eldest daughter, Jacinta, to give a very brief response on behalf of the family.
Thank you, Keith. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Protocol having been established on behalf of the Ballantyne family, and especially our mother Gloria, I wish to begin our response to this significant honor by reminding us all that, as was mentioned, Mom is gravely ill. That said, we as a family really do appreciate your gesture to have this initiative, this ECCB OECS International Series dedicated to our mother. Netball was always there to Mom. While she loved the sport and cared for it while she served, it was never the center of her life. We, as her family, can tell you that the center of Mom's life was always God, and secondly, her family. This is what sustained her and allowed her to constantly be at service to others. In Gloria's life, service mattered. It is this fact that led her to devote her final working days to the service of the National Society of and for the Blind. It was never about money. It was about being there for others. Some may recall that in much the same way, Gloria ensured that under her leadership, the SVGNA had its own home, and legally so. And two, she transformed the facility that houses the National Society of and for the Blind from being a dark place to one that is full of light and life. Much has been said of our dear mother today. Suffice it to say that on her behalf, we the members of her family, from her husband through to all her grandchildren, endorse your honoring and remembering her. We thank you and wish to have all of you know that perhaps the best tribute we can all pay to my mother is to continue to build the sport. Play it with all your being and commit to the lofty values that sport brings: discipline, service, friendship, peace, unity. May God richly bless you all. Thank you.
And now we invite the respective persons to deliver the oaths. First, we'll have the player's oath by Marian Frederick, and then the official's oath by Thelma Foster, and the umpire's oath by Tracy Ann Griffith. Could we have these people up here, please?
Yes, Roxelle, we are coming to the end of the opening ceremony here.
We have the
at
Netball Association.
Arnos Vale. So just a few more things. The athletes.
While the respected persons come forward, we have the official handing over
and the
of the Gloria Ballantyne Trophy.
So the official handing over of the trophy to be done by Vincent Ballantyne, the eldest daughter of Gloria Ballantyne, to Mrs. McIntosh, president of the Netball Association of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and they're doing that also for the photographers, the videographers as well here at Arnos Vale. Just made a visit to the International Netball website, and they have information on the tournament as well.
Marianne, the player's oath.
So Marianne Frederick, the captain of St. Vincent team. I now choose to call them the Vinci Diamonds.
A pleasant good afternoon to everyone. On behalf of all players, I, Marianne Frederick.
Yes, microphone seems to have just dipped. She's a tall young lady.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of all players participating in the inaugural OECS International Netball Series, I, Marianne Frederick, pledge that we will play the game fully respecting the decisions of umpires and other officials, and strictly adhering to all international rules in the true spirit of friendship and sportsmanship for the good of the game and the glory of sport. Thank you.
Thelma Foster, the official's oath.
Good afternoon. In the name of all officials officiating in the inaugural OECS ECCB International Netball Series, I, Thelma Foster, promise that we will officiate with complete impartiality, respecting and abiding by the match protocols. We will be punctual and giving of our best at all times. Maintain the high standard expected of us for the good of all and for the glory of the sport. Thank you.
And Tracy Ann Griffith, the umpire's oath.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of all the umpires officiating in the inaugural OECS ECCB International Netball Series, I, Tracy Ann Griffiths, pledge that we will adhere to the INF Code of Ethics for umpires and to the rules of the game. We will be punctual, fair, and consistent, giving of our best at all times, maintaining the high standards expected of us for the good of the game and for the glory of the sport. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We now invite the Honorable Minister of Sport, Tourism, Sport and Culture, Sesmaki, to officially declare these games open.
Can I ask you all to stand, please? The OECS has chosen St. Vincent and the Grenadines to host the inaugural International Netball Series. What a collaboration. The OECS, the ECCB, Gloria Ballantyne, the government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You have your horns, you have your hands. I ask you to clap loudly and blow those horns as I declared the 2019 OECS ECCB International Netball Series open!
You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some entertainment for you before, as the first set of teams for the games start warming up. But before we do, it is important that we say thanks to all those who have contributed in one way or another to the realization of this day and this competition. It is an important chapter in the sporting history of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and indeed in the OECS. An event such as this, which we open today, can only be brought to fruition through the contributions and efforts of several organizations and individuals. We express our gratitude to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, to the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines through the National Lotteries Authority and the National Sports Council, to the National Olympic Committee, to COSCAB, to the St. Vincent Red Cross, to the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force and the Police Force Band, to the Girl Guides, to our liaison officers, the members of the organizing committee, the local Netball Association, its executive and members, and the organizing committee, and to the media. We also say thanks to the Ballantyne family for giving us Gloria Ballantyne, the nation's first lady of sport, and her wonderful sporting legacy. We thank those who will perform for you. Those who will perform for you, the Arabesque Dance Company, and those from the carnival bands that have contributed costumes. Finally, dear friends, thanks to all of you. Thanks to you, our loyal supporters, our loyal contributors to the game, our loyal lovers of the game. We thank those who have come from abroad to see their teams participate, and we hope that during the course of this week, you will get an opportunity to see and share the spoils of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, even as we are your hosts. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
And of course, you're listening to Nice Radio, and this is the OECS ECCB International Netball Series live right here on Nice Radio.
Enjoy KFC's finger-licking good chicken every day with freshly made breakfast served from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m.
CK Grace and Company is the number one supermarket for 100% concession. The Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Grace and Company, and we are Vincent Shines, a supermarket for you and me.
Looking for sporting gear for all sports? Well, there's only one place to shop. ComSport. ComSport supplies gear for cricket, soccer, netball, table and lawn tennis, track and field, and more. ComSport provides brand name soccer shoes, socks, shin guards, balls, slippers, goalkeeper gloves, and many more accessories. Plus uniforms, complete with tops, shorts, socks, and numbers. Also in stock, cricket gear, balls, pads, shoes with spikes, batting gloves, netball shoes, balls, and bibs. And to top it off, ComSport has introduced a new line of trophies for all events. It's located in the Computech building on the second floor, opposite the financial complex on Bay Street, Kingstown. For more information, call 456-2691. That's 456-2691. ComSport.
Always in my fridge, always in my cooler. When I take a drink, my favorite chaser. Refreshingly good, can't compare with no other. Makes you want more. Stimulatingly fresh. Juicy cola, what a chase juicy. Every day I drink juicy. Refreshing with them juicy. 100% juicy. What a chase juicy. Every day I drink juicy. Refreshing with them juicy. 100% Vincent. Juicy Cola, available at all supermarkets, shops, vendors, bars, and sales trucks.
Okay, and we're live here at the Arnos Vale Sports Complex. This is the OECS ECCB International Netball Series, and we have Roxelle down on the ground, and we're going to be having the first matchup, Dominica versus host country St. Vincent. I believe Roxelle, he has one of the team officials. Roxelle, over to you.
Yes, thank you very much, Justin. I have with me the manager of Team Dominica, Mrs. Dinia Hamilton. Welcome to St. Vincent and Grenadines. Your first time here?
No, it's not. Thank you. It's not my first time, but it's been many years since I've been here.
All right, welcome back. I'm sure you've seen a bit of changes since your last visit.
Oh yes, many changes.
Okay, Mrs. Hamilton, as you look forward to this inaugural international competition here in St. Vincent, what are your expectations for Team Dominica this week?
I expect Dominica to be part of the competition in a positive way. Good things from Dominica, like I expect from every other team. I expect this competition to be highly competitive, and Dominica will be at the top, at least the top 3 in this competition.
Is Dominica currently ranked internationally?
Yes, we are.
So this is an opportunity for you to advance or further that ranking through the 8 games that you have during this week.
Yes, it is, and it's also an opportunity for us to improve our sport here, and even when we get back home, working towards ranking development and participating in international tournaments as we move along.
So you're looking to be in the top 3 teams at the end of the tournament on Friday. Who can you identify as being very important in ensuring that Dominica is in the top 3? 2-3 of your players that we should be looking forward to outstanding performances from.
Yeah, obviously I expect good from all my players, but certainly our shooting area is a very strong area, as well as our defensive area. We have Miss Panfe and Miss Melissa Williams, who are very good shooters. Melissa, our goal attack, is a very accurate shooter, and I do expect nothing less from her. Miss Panfe has experience in that she has been playing for national team for the longest while. She's one of our most senior players there, and I expect she's also the captain, and I expect her to bring good things to Dominica. As well, in our center court, we have our Jade Powell, who is very, very aggressive and very agile, and she's all over the place, very energetic. So in the shooting area, defensive area, and the center court area, these are the players I really look that will carry the team to where we aim to be in the top 3.
Wonderful. So we'll be looking forward to some serious action from Dominica during the course of this tournament. Well, we want to wish you all the best. Definitely looking forward to an extremely competitive tournament, and we'll speak to you again here on Nice Radio via ECCB Connect, one of our major sponsors for the tournament during the next 7 days. All the best from Nice Radio.
Thank you very much, and we look forward to giving you a report as we go by through this tournament.
Over to you, Justin.
Yes, Roxelle, I'm sure you're going to try and link up with the Vincent team in a short while. That's Roxelle John. Just to let you know, our dear listeners, that the tournament will be played in 2 rounds as a result of Montserrat dropping out. There'll be 2 rounds of matches, so each team will be given the chance of playing the qualifying quota of 8 matches to see them earn ranking points for the international body. That's what is the setup. Those persons who have not come here yet, please do. It is dry, it is nice, good weather condition, and yes, you're in for a treat if you come to the International Netball Series. Roxelle is now with coach of the St. Vincent team. Over to you, Roxelle.
Thank you very much. I'm here with Miss Vasha Adams. Vasha, first of all, congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you.
Vasha, I have a few questions, similar questions I've asked to the Dominican management team just now as it relates to going into this tournament. What are your expectations for Team SVG? We call them Vincent Diamonds at Nice Radio, going into this inaugural International Netball Series starting here this afternoon.
Well, I expect nothing but greatness from my girls. They have been practicing and been putting in a lot of work despite the national tournament that have been going on where we wasn't having enough court time, but through that we try to find different ways which we could do work off the court and on different courts. So I think they're definitely ready for this tournament.
So St. Vincent Grenadines is one of the 2 ranked teams at this point in time for the 5 competing teams. Have you set any goals for the competition, and if so, can you enlighten us on 1 or 2 of those goals?
Okay. One of the goals that we've set is to up our ranking. Right now I think we're at number 23, and this tournament, if we do win this tournament, we will go at a higher ranking. So our goal right now is to come out on top of this tournament.
Good, and I'm going to follow up with that. In your playing days as a national netballer, we were up there. We rubbed shoulders with Jamaica, we beat Barbados, we rubbed shoulders with Trinidad and beat them. Now those teams seem to be leaps and bounds ahead of us. Does this competition offer us an opportunity to give us match play and to get to see what we need to do and where we are in comparison to getting back to the standard where those other teams are?
Yes, this competition is mainly because these countries, the smaller countries, wouldn't be able to pay the passage to go to the higher countries to get ranked. So that is why they host this competition. And I think we playing more games and keep in training, I think we will get up there with Trinidad, Barbados and Jamaica.
How far are we from those teams in your estimation? 20, 15, 10 years ago we were a Caribbean powerhouse.
I know 10, 15 years ago we were there, but with the staff that we have now and the coaching staff that we have, I think give us another 5 years and we'll be up there.
I see a mesh of youth and some experience. I can attest that 2 of my former college students graduating this year in your team. A really good blend from my vantage point. I want to wish you, the coaching staff and the team all the best, and we'll speak again during the next 5 days of the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one. Justin, so that was Miss Vasha Adams, the coach of Team SVG, as we call them, Vincent Diamonds. We have had words from both teams looking forward to doing very, very well in this year tournament. They do all have goals set, and I think it offers well for an interesting tournament, because I believe most of the teams here, in my estimation, are on the same level or similar level of netball and attempting to advance their ranking out of this inaugural OECS ECCB International Netball Series here in St. Vincent.
Yes, thank you very much, Roxelle. What we do, we take another commercial pause because we need to get in position to get all of the names to bring live running commentary of the matches. So we're going to take a commercial pause and then we come right back.
Enjoy KFC's finger-licking good chicken every day with freshly made breakfast served from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. as low as $5.05. Also, take advantage of our daily value menu deals starting at $5.05 and family feast meal deals for the entire family. Don't miss out on our crazy daily promotions. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at KFC St. Vincent to keep in the know. Can't make it to our restaurant? Call us for delivery. Kingstown 485-6555, Arnos Vale 456-4122. KFC, it's finger licking good.
It's the inaugural OECS ECCB Netball Series right here in SVG. See the best of Antigua Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines vie for top honors and netball supremacy. The opening ceremony this Saturday, June 15th from 4:30 at the Arnos Vale Sporting Complex with addresses by government and netball officials. Also featuring the Arabesque Dance Company, Magical, and presentations from mass bands. Admission $5. Children under 12 free. Look out for daily entertainment and giveaways throughout the tournament. That's the OECS ECCB Netball Series from June 15th to the 21st at the Arnos Vale Sporting Complex.
Don't spend all your money, save some. For a rainy day, yes, save some. Save it down by Geku, run come, ban Geku, we are safe and sound. At Geku we put in pay to poverty. You got to join the Geku philosophy. Save until it hurts and you will surely see Geku will always be there for you and me. So don't spend all your money, save some. For a rainy day, yes, save some. Save it down by Geku, run come. Everybody knows we number one. So let we join Geku today. Let we join Geku. I say the time is now, people. Oh yeah, Geku will help you in every way. I'm going to Geku.
CK Grace and Company is the number one supermarket for 100% Vincentian. Vincentian supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one, CK Grace and Company, and we are Vincentian, a supermarket for you and me.
Looking for sporting gear for all sports? Well, there's only one place to shop. ComSport. ComSport supplies gear for cricket, soccer, netball, table and lawn tennis, track and field, and more. ComSport provides brand name soccer shoes, socks, shin guards, balls, slippers, goalkeeper gloves, and many more accessories. Plus uniforms, complete with tops, shorts, socks, and numbers. Also in stock, cricket gear, balls, pads, shoes with spikes, batting gloves, netball shoes, balls, and bibs. And to top it off, ComSport has introduced a new line of trophies for all events. It's located in the Computech building on the second floor, opposite the financial complex on Bay Street, Kingstown. For more information, call 456-2691. That's 456-2691. ComSport.
For that energy boost drink, feel the drum. Gives you stamina, feel the drum. Boost up your day, get some energy. With your home, the extract and the honey goat way. Village rum is for woman, village rum is for man. With that blend of vitamins to make you strong. But Village Rum is not for lambs. No. For that energy boost drink, Village Rum gives you stamina, na 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 na. Village Rum.
Village Ram, not for lambs.
St. Vincent Containers proudly introduces its high-quality bathroom tissue. Vertis, Lilies, Midushi. Manufactured to conform to local, CARICOM and international standards. Tested and certified by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Bureau of Standards. No roll less than 300 sheets. Legitimate sheet and core sizes. Virgin pulp, no recycled. Soft but not lightweight. Professionally produced and packaged. Now available throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Vertis, Lilies, Midushi. Excellent Vincentian products.
Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prizes. Do me one. Set for Life. A brand new house. Set for Life. A brand new car. Set for Life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for Life. Did your day done start? Set for Life. December 28th. Set for Life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for Life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner, turn your own keys. Set for Life.
And now with ice cold local juices to go with our rich and tasty authentic Vincentian meals made affordable, it's the award-winning Phoenix Kitchen, open 7 days with extended hours on Friday and Saturday. Juices included Marby, lemon lime, passion fruit, bell apple, golden apple, cherry, mango, Marby, linseed, carrot, beetroot, fruit punch, and sea moss. For further information, call 455-1280. That's right, a bigger meal awaits you now with fresh, cold local juices. Phoenix Kitchen. Let the phoenix arise in you.
This summer stage is a must. 584 Alabama Avenue. Listen out for the next date for summer stage.
Yeah, so we are back here at the Arnos Vale Sports Complex, Kingstown, St. Vincent, the Grenadines, as we begin, or we get set to begin action on the court in this inaugural OECS ECCB International Netball Series Game 1 between Team SVG St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Dominica. Those would be the teams in our first match this afternoon. Both teams have completed their warm-ups and they are about to move to their designated bench areas. Dominica is there and we see St. Vincent moving across. We're going to give you a list of the teams, the starting lineups, the starting seven for both teams in a bit. And we do have 2 games for you this afternoon as we give you action in the OECS ECCB International Netball Series, coming to you with the compliments of all of those sponsors that were just mentioned and ECCB Connect here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We had a wonderful citation for Mrs. Gloria Ballantyne, after which the trophy for this tournament is being named or has been named. Wonderful lady, a wonderful family of sport in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we're really appreciative and we're happy that this trophy can be named after her in recognition for all the good work that she has done for the tournament. So we are waiting the start of Game 1, St. Vincent and the Grenadines against Dominica. We're about close to about half an hour behind our scheduled start for the first game, but that's all fine. The weather played a part in terms of getting things running smoothly and quickly this afternoon, but we have gotten past the official ceremony and we are going to action on court in just a short while. We have the teams taking their positions on their benches and they're going to be doing their on-court do, so to speak, in a bit. We have a small growing crowd made up of a number of national sporting individuals who follow sports. I could see the General Secretary of the St. Vincent Grenadines Football Federation, Mr. Devon Poyer. I see the Director of Sports, Mr. Hillocks, one of our sporting ambassadors is also walking around. Miss Windsor. I can see also supporting the ladies here this afternoon, Mr. Stanley Gunny Hines, hard-hitting sports commentator, and so we're getting things ready for this first game in the inaugural OECS ECCB International Netball Series. We have the starting lineups for you. The teams as it relates to the two countries that will be playing their first game this afternoon, starting in just a short while. For Team Dominica, the goal shoot is Anna Maria Xavier. The wing defense is Aliyah Prince. Jade Powell will be taking charge of the center court position. Kayla Winston, the wing attack. Omian Charles, goalkeep. Lisa James, goal attack. And Adela Proctor, goal defense. For St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have Captain Marianne Frederick. She is the goal shoot. Shanique Deschong, our vice captain, wing defense. Narissa Delplesh will be playing center. Shanice Daniel, wing attack. Kawana, that's correct. Kiwana Charles, goalkeep. Shalisa Davis, goal attack. And Josiane Antoine, goal defense. Josiane and Kemisha Antoine, sisters, Justin, playing for Team SVG here this afternoon.
Well, you know, while you were speaking with the coach, and you asked her about the dominance of St. Vincent, you would also recall that she was part of that dynasty,
and that's exactly what I was trying to get at. She was part of those years when we were rubbing shoulders. We were there. We didn't win all the games. But we were extremely competitive with the regional leading teams now. But there seemed to be such a big gap.
What she said though was that she's coaching netball for the first time at the national level.
Correct.
She's more into basketball coaching. Let's see how much of that she can, modify and get the girls to be. I like the color scheme of the St. Vincent outfit. Dominant top is blue, but the lower section of the one, piece outfit. And there goes the start of the match. Is a mixture of yellow, green, and blue. Very good design. So we have action on here. Dominica, and we welcome all on board who are joining us here on Nice Radio, especially those in the diaspora, Success Radio, Cancan Radio, Fun City Radio. And if you're in Dominica now listening to us, we also say hi to you guys up there. I'm a fan of Dominican sport as well. I do listen to your sportcast very regular. So we have, in terms of we have from our setup here, we would have the Dominica team attacking the eastern end of the court, while St. Vincent the western end for ease of reference. Roxelle,
correct.
And I see you in a better location now.
So that was a free shot taken by the goal shoot for Dominica. Dominica goes 1-0. Dominica lead, and center pass. Dominica is with their wing attack. Wing attack passes inside to their goal shoot, and it is touched outside by our Vincentian goalkeeper.
Right. Remember Xavier, the coach, manager, did tell you that Xavier was a very good shooter. Well, what she didn't say, she's a big player.
Yes, yes, physically strong. She goes up with another free shot, and that's 2-0 to Dominica. 2-0 center pass and Vincent Grenadines. It's with Delpech. Delpech looks and finds goal attack. Goal attack slides across into the attacking third, and a little too high and was not controlled by our captain Frederick.
The two umpires, I recognize Wayne Benty. I hope that you'll be able to get the name of the other umpire who's umpiring this match. I have all of the names, but I can't put a face to name just yet, Roxelle.
Okay, so Wayne is on the far side, closer to me, and there's a lady on the other side.
Yes.
A female, the other female official, or the other official is a female.
And there goes Dominica.
Dominica goes up 3. It's 3-0. Goal attack in this case. Lisa James. Lisa James. Center pass Dominica, finding her goal defense. She looks inside and finds her goal attack. Replay called by the official. It's now with St. Vincent. Center pass, center. Marissa Delpech trying to find her wing attack, and that's a long high pass that goes out of touch. It's with Dominica. Center receiving it from her goal defense into her goal attack. Looks like there's an infringement against St. Vincent. Free pass for the wing attack for Dominica, and that goes out of play. Goalkeeper St. Vincent looking and trying to find her wing defense. Intercepted, but now again a good interception by the goal defense of St. Vincent. We are not handling quite well. The both teams seem to be just trying to get their touches. They are playing very, very, very quickly and not as settled as they should be at this point in time, Justin.
Yes, very early. St. Vincent having problem transitioning out of their defensive third, and they will have to get that part worked out very early indeed, because Dominica is playing a very brisk game. So here is St. Vincent attacking the center, send it right into the attacking circle, but she missed.
I think she was called for stepping. Yep. So it's with the goal keeper, and it looks like infringement against Dominica is now with the goal attack for St. Vincent. She looks and finds Frederick with a good pass. Frederick goes up with a free shot, and it's 3-1 St. Vincent. Dominica leading St. Vincent here. Center pass with St. Vincent. It's Delpech.
Roxelle St. Vincent off the mark after 3 minutes of play.
Okay, so it's Delpech center passing inside to goal shoot Frederick. She was contacted, and so it's going to be a free shot, and there we go. St. Vincent now cutting that lead. Dominica 3, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 2. Dominica center pass, timeout called,
and of course Shanique Deschong, maybe there's something or she need to change something.
Yes.
Some gear, so to speak, part of the clothing, but the game would continue, Roxelle. Just to say that Marian Frederick is quite easily the tallest player on court.
Yes, definitely. But Kiwana Charles is doing quite well for in the defense.
True. Yes.
She's now made 2 interceptions.
We have a tall goal keep and a tall
goal shoot. Yes. So it's throw-in, a pass to Dominica. Goal shoots, passes to her goal attack right on the pole, and Dominica goes up with their 4th goal this afternoon. 4-2. Intercepted by the wing defense for Dominica. Dominica wing defense still with it, trying to find her wing attack. 2 stronger pass, and goes out of touch for a throw-in. Goalkeeper St. Vincent, she's with it. She looks and finds her goal defense. Getting inside now to her wing defense. Wing defense to the wing attack. Wing attack across her goal attack. Back to her wing defense. A long pass into the center circle, collected by Frederick. Frederick goes up and makes it 3 for St. Vincent and Grenadines. 4-3 St. Dominic on top.
They are all leveled now after 5 minutes of play.
No, Dominic is still leading 4-3.
The score on the scoreboard, Roxelle, the official scoreboard, sorry?
Yes, 4-3. On the official scoreboard, it says 4-3.
4-3, not all leveled just yet.
Not just yet. So it's St. Vincent, wing defense, passes to Delpech, center, getting to her goal attack. Goal attack trying to find her wing attack. Her wing attack seemed to have been contacted there, so she has a free pass. She's now looking, passes inside to a tall Frederick. Frederick is contacted, is it? Let's look at the call. Out of touch, so goal attack for St. Vincent, attempts to pass it into her wing attack, and again good work done by the wing defense for Dominica. But it's with the wing attack for St. Vincent, finding her goal attack. She goes up with a shot and it's not good. Infringement call against a goal keep. St. Vincent goes up with a free shot, takes it, and it's now all level, 4 apiece. Center pass, St. Vincent. Delpesh finding her wing attack, looks across and finding her goal attack. Good pass inside to the center circle to Frederick. Frederick goes up. It's 5-3. St. Vincent and Grenadines taking the lead after trailing 3-0 in the first 3 minutes.
Taking the lead in the 7th minute of play.
So it's Dominique on the attack with their center. Center finding their wing attack. Wing attack inside. A good pass. Great pass. I call that they're adjusting to her goal attack. She goes up with a free shot after being infringement being called against the goalkeeper, St. Vincent. And it's all level at 5.
5-5.
Dishon for St. Vincent. Our wing defense. Is it? She was trying to find a wing attack there, but it goes out of touch. Free pass in, throw into Dominica, gets it to her wing attack. Center for Dominica being called for contact. It's now wing attack for St. Vincent trying to fight Frederick. Long, high, wayward pass. Justin, and I still don't think these two teams are settled in this first quarter going into the 9th minute according to your watch.
Yes, it's 8 minutes 18.
Good. So into the 9th minute and still 5-all and some erratic passes in some cases. Not yet settled, I don't think, any of the two competing teams in this opening game. But it's Dominica. Their goal keep passing it to the center. Center trying to get the goal defense, but it's intercepted and goes out of touch by the goal defense of St. Vincent. Goal defense of Dominica now trying to pass and finding her goal attack. She's contacted. She has a free pass. She moves across, passes it into the circle, and there's another infringement call. Wing attack with it again for Dominica. Dominica gets a free pass again. Wing attack with it, trying to find a goal shoot. Excellent work again by the goalkeeper, St. Vincent. Intercepting, finding Dishon, the wing defense. Going across to her wing attack. She could not control, and it is infringement call against the wing defense of Dominica.
Shanice Daniel is having a problem holding on to the ball, and she needs to be settled.
Well, the way the movement she's making with her hands, it looks like she's sweating, and so the ball's probably slipping up. But St. Vincent goes up. Frederick with a free shot takes a lead. It's 6-5. St. Vincent and Grenadines against Dominica. Center pass, Dominica.
You know, Roxel, Shanice should not be doing that. That's a primary school style. Like she's clapping her hands before she received the pass.
Yes. Well, you know, sometimes all habits die hard, right?
Yes.
St. Vincent and Grenadines with Delpesh, center, trying to find and finding her wing attack, going to her goal attack, lobbing across to her goal keep, her goal shoot, Frederick. It seems as if there's an infringement against a goal keep for Dominica. Frederick has a free shot. She goes up, takes it, makes it good. St. Vincent extends her lead to 7-5. Delpesh.
So the goalkeeper Dominica is Omian. That's how you call the Omian Charles.
Charles, correct.
So she's having a torrid time in the defensive third in the circle.
Yes, and both goalkeepers of both teams, their surnames are Charles. Omian Charles and Kewana Charles.
From either side.
Yes. It's with Dominica, intercepted there by Delpesh, the center for St. Vincent, finding her goal defense. Across to her goalkeeper, long high pass into Frederick. Frederick goes up with a shot, hits the rim, comes back down, and seems as if she has infringed. Yes, an infringement called against her. This is going to be a free pass for the goalkeeper of Dominica. Charles.
I believe when we come back for the second quarter, there may be a change in the goalkeeping position.
Well, she's not as tall as Frederick, and that height advantage is playing a significant advantage to the St. Vincent team. St. Vincent now well, Dominica with a free pass, wing attack into the center circle, finding her goal shoot. Her bib is actually a little detached, so it's not very clear. She gets a free, she tosses it into her wing attack. Her goal attack now. Her goal attack goes up and it's good. Yes. So it's 7-6. 7-6 center pass, Dominica with Powell. Powell looking and but intercepted by the goal defense for St. Vincent. She is now getting a free pass. Yes, the play is being recalled. So free pass for the goal defense of St. Vincent. Antoine looking to find Frederick with a long wayward pass, Justin.
Again, Daniel is the problem on the right side of play, the wing attack position. She went up and she missed the ball completely.
Well, a timeout again.
So we expect at the second quarter there'll be some change in the wing attack position for the St. Vincent team.
Well, again, I'm thinking that they just need to probably settle and play a little bit more composed than they are playing right now. Wing defense for Dominica coming across and finding a goal defense. A little a pass there that did not find its intended destination, but it's still with Dominica. Wing attack looks getting like a free pass there. Yes, over to her center looking inside the center circle, can't find a goal shoot, taken away by Delpa, center for St. Vincent, finding her wing attack across to the goal attack trying to find Delpesh again.
Shanice Daniel was trying to find Delpesh on the far side,
intercepted by the center for Dominica, and I think she contacted in the process.
Another contact there, so that's something Dominica would have to work on.
Yes.
But the score goes up now to 10-6.
8-6 according to the official scoreboard that we're seeing here. 8-6 in Vincent the Grenadines.
You're correct. And we are just 2 minutes out from the whistle, Roxelle.
Okay, so Dominica on the attack with the center, trying to find her goal shoot. She is contacted by the goalkeeper for St. Vincent Grenadines. She passes and tries to find her goal attack, out of touch, out of bound. The goal attack for Dominica takes this pass. She goes up, finds her goal shoot, who is trying a long shot, comes off the rim, not good, but good work done by the goal attack to make sure that stays in play, and the good shot taken there by the goal shoot for Dominica. Xavier.
So they're up to 7.
8-7. Dominica on the attack. Wing attack attempted to be found there by the goal the goal attack. Long pass goes out of touch. St. Vincent comes away with a pass in from their defensive third. Looks again like contact against Dominica. Yes, and you said it correctly, Justin. Dominica will have to work on this part of their game, trying to find her wing attack, their goal attack, trying to find Frederick. Long pass over her, and you have to try and imagine these passes, Justin, to Frederick, because she's very tall and the passes are going way over her head.
Right.
So
that's their goalkeeper.
The goal shoot for St. Vincent.
Yes. Okay.
Right. So it's you can actually say that these passes are overweighted, if you want to put it. For want of a better word, because she's tall, her limbs are quite long, and they still getting past her extended arms.
Her wing attack, and there goes Dominica with goal number 8. Her wing attack and goal attack. They need to provide better service to her.
Definitely, and it's all tied at 8. Dominica intercepting there, but she goes over her boundary, so to speak. That's the end of the quarter. 8-all. Dominica sped out. 3-0 lead. St. Vincent came back. They were leading 5-3, and Dominica composed themselves and came back. And I think both teams definitely would have to get their passing game together, compose themselves, and go ahead, Justin.
So we got to take that quick break because it's a quick turnaround for the second quarter. We need those stats in terms of the goal shoot. The goal shooter shooters on either side. So this is the ECCB, OECS ECCB International Netball Series live here at Arnos Vale, and we take a commercial pause.
I'm from paradise, SPG, so from the hills to the mountains, high, high, high. Every man, every woman, every child. If you're proud to be Vincent, put your hands up high and let me hear you say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say.
Grace and Company is the number one supermarket for 100% concession. Concession supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Grace and Company, and we are Vincent Shines, a supermarket for you and me.
Looking for sporting gear for all sports? Well, there's only one place to shop. ComSport. ComSport supplies gear for cricket, soccer, netball, table and lawn tennis, track and field, and more. ComSport provides brand name soccer shoes, socks, shin guards, balls, slippers, goalkeeper gloves, and many more accessories. Plus uniforms, complete with tops, shorts, socks, and numbers. Also in stock, cricket gear, balls, pads, shoes with spikes, batting gloves, netball shoes, balls, and bibs. And to top it off, ComSport has introduced a new line of trophies for all events. It's located in the Computech building on the second floor, opposite the financial complex on Bay Street, Kingstown. For more information, call 456-2691. That's 456-2691. ComSport.
For that energy boost drink, feel it drum. Gives you stamina, feel it drum. Feel it drum. Boost up your day, get some energy. With your home, the extract and the honey goat win. Feel it drum is for woman, feel it drum is for man. With that blend of vitamins to make you strong. But Village Rum is not for lambs. No. For that energy boost drink, Village Rum gives you stamina, Village Rum.
Village Rum, not for lambs.
All right, and you're listening to live netball action right here on Nice Radio. Is the OECS ECCB International Netball Series. It's edition number 1 of the new format of OECS Netball. And you're listening to Justin Douglas and Roxelle John. Roxelle is getting some of the stats for the matchup for the first quarter, but second quarter action is just getting started. And there goes the center for Dominica. Well, now it's St. Vincent attacking the eastern end of the goal, and straight away they're off the mark. They're off the mark with goal number 9.
Correct, Justin. And in that first quarter, the goal shoot for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Frederick, she had 9 attempts and she scored 8, while our goal attack, Davis, she had 1 attempt and she missed that attempt. For Dominica, Xavier, she had 4 attempts. Xavier playing goal shoot, she had 4 attempts and scored 3, while goal attack James, Lisa James, had 5 attempts and scored all 5.
All right, so that's pertinent information for when we put in stuff together later. But in the meantime, we see Shalissa Davis continuing her inaccuracy, so to speak. While you were providing that information, she had 2 attempts and missed them. Down on the other end, the western end, I would put because the eastern end will be going out towards the sea. Roxelle, and to the airport end would be the western end, the airport end as well. When we say airport end, the old airport,
the old St. Vincent, Arnos Vale Airport, E.T. Joshua Airport.
Here's Fredericks going up, and she's now puts St. Vincent 10 goals up.
So it's 10-8, St. Vincent in the lead. Dominica with the center pass. She looks around and finds her wing attack. Looking back across, she goes into the center, but intercepted by the goalkeeper, St. Vincent. It's with Dishong. Dishong trying to find goal attack Davis, but intercepted by Dominica. Is going to be a pass to be inbounded by, well, no, it's a free pass for St. Vincent. Wing attack, trying to find goal attack with I would say a quite simple pass there, and was quite easily intercepted. But it's St. Vincent coming away with it.
Too much of a jumbled game being played by St. Vincent in their defensive third.
Still not as composed as we would like to see them, but it's Dominica with a free pass, wing attack to her center, back to her wing attack, going into the circle now, finding her go shoot. She goes up with a free shot and makes it good. It's 10-9. St. Vincent Grenadines 10, Dominica 9. Center pass, Delplesh looking and finding Dishong. Dishong looking across, finding her wing attack into the circle, trying to find Frederick.
It looks like contact rule against Dominica, and that goalkeeper Omian Charles having a torrid time against the bigger opponent in St. Vincent's goal shoot, Marion Frederick.
So Frederick goes up with a free shot and makes it good. 11-9. 11-9 St. Vincent and Grenadines. Center pass Dominica. It's with Powell. Powell waits for the whistle, looks and finds her wing defense in Prince. Prince gets back to Powell. Powell inside into the circle to the goal shoot. Goes around the rim, comes back out, controlled by goalkeeper, who is doing a really good job here, Kiwana Charles, and she's infringed and gets a free pass.
And we see Shanice Daniel being intercepted there
again. So it's the goal defense for St. Vincent.
Again being intercepted.
Right, and not a good pass at all. And it's with the goal wing attack for Dominica. Dominica trying to, again, a simple poor pass, I would call it, Justin, into the circle, intercepted by Dishong, and the crowd is getting into the game here for St. Vincent the Grenadines. And I'm sure...
And that's good from the opening day. The home team is getting crowd support. Definitely good indeed.
Well, we haven't had the 7 netball in St. Vincent for how long, Justin? That's also important.
That's true.
Okay, so it's 12-9 St. Vincent Grenadines on the attack with Dishong. Dishong is infringed again.
And you know, Roxelle, this tournament is coming not too long after the conclusion of our national tournament last Saturday. So 1 week directly after the national tournament, the appetite for netball is very much there.
Appetite for netball for the supporters. What about the boner for our national players? Just plug in there. Just a plug there, possibly in terms of the conditioning of our players. Well, let's go. It's a free pass for Dominica. It's with her wing attack. She goes and looks inside for a goal shoot, but again, excellent work by Kiwana Charles for St. Vincent. Goes out of touch. It's going to be a free pass now for the goal, the wing attack for St. Vincent. She's trying to inbound it. She looks, trying to find her goal shoot. Too long of a pass. Good work again by Charles for St. Vincent playing goalkeeper. She's putting Xavier under a lot of pressure in that center circle. Good work by Delplesh. Out of touch. She was airborne and passed the ball inside before she actually landed. And
there goes Shalisa Davis trying and missing.
Missing again, but Frederick goes up and makes it good. 13-9. St. Vincent Grenadines pulling away.
Just to bring to your attention, Roxelle, you know, in football you have referees assessor. Well, there are 2 ladies umpires panel on the umpires panel that are here also assessing the umpires.
And again, that shows the importance of this competition, the level of the international competition here this afternoon.
Marion Frederick scores. That's goal number
14. St. Vincent 14. Dominica 9.
Let me just name the 2 individuals who are doing the umpires assessment here. We have Deborah Lynch Chibbles from Barbados and Anne-Marie Dixon-Lewis of Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, St. Vincent has to pay yeoman service to Kiwana Charles. She's doing excellent An excellent job in the defensive circle there for St. Vincent, and now our goalkeeper is getting into the act. St. Vincent with the Deschamps passes and finds Delpech. Delpech looks across, finds her wing attack, gets inside to Davis. Is it Davis? Our goal attack. Davis goes up, tries and makes it good. It's 15. She converts. 15-9. 15-9. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Dominica has a centre pass. Looks and finds her wing defense. Wing defense to wing attack. Too close a pass, it seems. The call. So it's St. Vincent with on the attack. Over to Frederick in the centre circle. She's right under the circle. Makes it good. 16-9. St. Vincent and Grenadines, after initially being going tippy-toe, so to speak, with Dominica, they're pulling away in the second quarter.
They look as if they've found their rhythm.
Exactly. Better level of passing, a little control, and they're taking their time and making some better high percentage passes.
Right, and of course, it is this second quarter actions, just about midpoint of the second quarter. Marian Frederick contacted again.
It's against St. Vincent this time.
It's against her this time.
Yes. So it's goalkeeper for Dominica coming over it. Into Powell, her center. Powell drives one, trying to find her wing attack. She's contacted by our the goal defense of St. Vincent and Grenadines. It's now with the wing defense for Dominica. Prince to her center. Powell goes in and finds Xavier. Xavier goes up with a long shot, doesn't make it good. Her goal attack comes away with it, however, and now converts. 17-10. St. Vincent and Grenadines in the lead and with the center pass. Wing attack. Daniel.
Oh, the play continues here. A player crashing off court, and that was it, Roxelle?
Yes.
Right in front of you, player from Dominica, but she will be pretty much okay, but quite naturally the officials are very quick into action to provide some assistance. The coach is there.
Correct.
The Dominica
trainer.
Coach, the trainer is there, and he has called for an ice pack, it looks like, from the game has been held up. The game has been held up, and
the timeout, official timeout.
Meantime, Vasha is having a word with her team. She's spoken to Shanice Daniel. She's speaking to now. The game will resume. The game will resume. There goes the whistle by Benty. The player is still down. Anything you're hearing close by there?
Well, there's going to be a change in personnel. I'm seeing an ice pack on the knee. She probably struck her knee while coming across onto the second court.
Wow! Very quickly they've changed the center. And who was in center gone to the goal defense, but the player from Dominica, she's up now, and that was the goal defense. That would be Proctor.
Yes.
So Proctor at 9 minutes into this, that would have been about 8 minutes into the second quarter.
Off injured and force change there.
Crashed out, but she walked. She limped to the bench, and she's going to get further assistance from team management.
Oh, the application of the ice pack initially right now on the knee area.
Yeah.
So
the Rasta hairstyle lady is now the center. I don't know if you might be able to get that name quickly for us.
Well, I'll try and get that for you.
In the meantime, play resumes from center court down into the attacking third. Not holding on to that. That's the Dominican wing attack. There goes another player down. That's the St. Vincent center, Nerissa Delpes, but she's okay. And another small figure. The whistle goes there. So here is a replay, restart of the game. Now here in center court, to the left-hand side of center court, we had a difficulty there moving the ball forward, Josie and Antoine, but they got it up to step-in call against Marian Frederick. Very rare instance you get that from Marian Frederick. And here's now Dominica win it into center circle. They are using more deliberate, sharp passes, and it goes against them in the defensive third. They're in center court now into the attacking third. That's St. Vincent. Shanique Deschamps to Daniel, and who's contacted there? It's going to be against Dominica, so it's free shot there, penalty shot there for Marian Frederick, and she misses. There goes Dominica moving out very quickly in center court to the left, moving into the right, finding their center. She moves it over left and didn't find the intended target. That would have been Powell. I believe Jada Powell was there first. But Roxelle is verifying the information.
Yeah, well, Justin, Jada Powell is still our center, Dominican center, who was changed. We now have Prince, who is playing wing defense. She's now playing goal defense for Dominica, and Bruno has come in to play wing defense for the Dominican team.
So wing defense is Bruno.
Wing defense now is Bruno. Prince is now playing goal defense. Powell is still our center.
Okay, great. All right.
Center for Dominica, that is. Interception by the goalkeeper, St. Vincent. Finding Deschamps. Deschamps looking and finding Charles. Charles finding Delpech. Long pass into the circle. Good pass inside, collected by Davis. Davis was contacted, gets a free. Frederick gets a free shot, makes it good. St. Vincent the Grenadines goes up. From my vantage point, the scoreboard is being blocked. Meanwhile, we have Dominica coming over in their defensive third. Center, Powell. Powell finds her wing defense. Wing defense comes across and finds her wing attack. Goes back to her goalkeep. Goalkeep back to her wing attack. Going forward now to their goal with their goal defense. Across to their goal attack. Wing attack looks inside to the circle to Xavier. Xavier is contacted. Gets a pass. And again, there's another call. A call against St. Vincent's goal defense, it looks like. So the goal attack for Dominica is going to take a free pass. Back to the wing attack. Contact against the goal defense for St. Vincent. The goal attack was Dominica goes up, misses it. She now gets a second attempt. Goes up this time, makes it good. And it's 2012. 2012. St. Vincent 20. Dominica 12. Dominica on the attack. Long pass. That's not working. That pass is being cut out by Charles for St. Vincent as they try to penetrate the Dominican team. That is.
This pass was overweighted.
Another overweighted pass to another goal shooter. This time on the St. Vincent end. Wing defense across to the goalkeeper. Dominic on the attack finds her goal defense to her center. Powell looks and finds she was attempting to find a goal shoot there. A wayward pass comes away with it now is St. Vincent. Deschamps trying to find Delpech over to the wing attack to the goal attack inside to Frederick. Contact against a goalkeeper. Penalty pass for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Frederick gets it. And she penalty pass or shot, takes a shot and scores 21-12. St. Vincent and Grenadines pulling away in this second quarter. Delpech finds goal attack Davis. Davis goes inside the circle, finds Frederick. She goes up with a shot and it's good. 22-12. A little bit more composed St. Vincent Grenadines playing now in the second quarter.
The Dominican goalkeeper Omian is having she's wondering what to do. She's now trying not to be too close to Marian, but that's giving Marian enough time to receive and turn and shoot.
But Justin, as I was saying from the beginning, if our passes to Frederick are well weighted,
yes,
it's extremely difficult with her extension and her ability to leap to intercept those passes with the height and probably the physical capacity of the goalkeeper of Dominica.
Okay, so the time and I'm just about time in this second quarter, and we see the timer steps up. And she's going to announce the time, and we also feeling the presence of moisture.
Yes, been a bit, a few drizzle drops of
23, 12. That's
it. Is as if it's going to be coming a little bit.
Yes,
it's 23-13.
23-13. That's the quarter score. We take a break in the OECS ECCB International Netball Series here at Arnos Vale, St. Vincent.
Grace and Company is the number one supermarket, 100% Vincent Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. Hayes and Company, and we are Vincent Shines, a supermarket for you and me.
Looking for sporting gear for all sports? Well, there's only one place to shop. ComSport. ComSport supplies gear for cricket, soccer, netball, table and lawn tennis, track and field, and more. ComSport provides brand name soccer shoes, socks, shin guards, balls, slippers, goalkeeper gloves, and many more accessories. Plus uniforms, complete with tops, shorts, socks, and numbers. Also in stock, cricket gear, balls, pads, shoes with spikes, batting gloves, netball shoes, balls, and bibs. And to top it off, ComSport has introduced a new line of trophies for all events. It's located in the Computech building on the second floor, opposite the financial complex on Bay Street, Kingstown. For more information, call 456-2691. That's 456-2691. ComSport.
For that energy boost drink, feel the drum. Gives you stamina, feel the drum. Feel the drum. Boost up your day, get some energy. With your home, the action and the honey go twin. Village drum is for woman, village drum is for man. With that blend of vitamins to make you strong. But Village Rum is not for lambs. No. For that energy boost drink, feel the drum. Gives you stamina, feel the drum.
Village Ram, not for lambs.
Enjoy KFC's finger-licking good chicken every day with freshly made breakfast served from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. as low as $5.05. Also, take advantage of our daily value menu deals starting at $5.05 and family feast meal deals for the entire family. Don't miss out on our crazy daily promotions. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at KFC St. Vincent to keep in the know. Can't make it to our restaurant? Call us for delivery. Kingstown 485-6555, Arnos Vale 456-4122. KFC, it's finger licking good.
It's the inaugural OECS ECCB Netball Series right here in SVG. See the best of Antigua Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines vie for top honors and netball supremacy. The opening ceremony this Saturday, June 15th from 4:30 at the Arnos Vale Sporting Complex with addresses by government and netball officials. Also featuring the Arabesque Dance Company, Magical, and presentations from mass bands. Admission $5. Children under 12 free. Look out for daily entertainment and giveaways throughout the tournament. That's the OECS ECCB Netball Series from June 15th to the 21st at the Arnos Vale Sporting Complex.
Don't spend all your money, save some. For a rainy day, yes, save some. Save it down by Geku, run come. Bank on Geku, we are safe and sound. At Geku we put an end to poverty. You got to join the Geku philosophy. Save until it hurts and you will surely see Geku will always be there for you and me. So don't spend all your money, save some. For a rainy day, yes, save some. Save it down by Geku, run come. Everybody knows we number one. So let we join Geku today. Let we join Geku. I say the time is now, people. Oh yeah, Geku will help you in every way. I'm going to Geku.
Me too.
St. Vincent Containers proudly introduces its high-quality bathroom tissue. Vertis, Lilies, Midushi. Manufactured to conform to local, CARICOM, and international standards. Tested and certified by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Bureau of Standards. No roll less than 300 sheets. Legitimate sheet and core sizes. Virgin pulp, no recycled. Soft but not lightweight. Professionally produced and packaged. Now available throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Vertis, Lilies, Midushi. Excellent Vincentian products.
Search for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land.
SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. So play as much as you can. Monthly prices, do me one. Set for life. A brand new home. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner, turn your own keys. Set for life.
And now with ice cold local juices to go with our rich and tasty authentic Vincentian meals made affordable, it's the award-winning Phoenix Kitchen, open 7 days with extended hours on Friday and Saturday. Juices include Barbie, lemon lime, passion fruit, bell apple, golden apple, cherry, mango, Marby, linseed, carrot, beetroot, fruit punch, and sea moss. For further information, call 455-1280. That's right, a bigger meal awaits you now with fresh, cold local juices. Phoenix Kitchen. Let the Phoenix arise in you.
This summer stage is a must. 584 Alabama Avenue. Listen out for the next stage for Summer Stage.
From the fireman, we'll get them moving.
Yes, Justin, we do have some showers, and so we've been entertained by the DJ. While we wait for the third quarter, let me just give you some stats from that second quarter. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we had 19 attempts in comparison with Dominica's 10 attempts. Our goal shoot, Frederick, our goal shoot, she had 16 attempts and she made 14 of those, while our goal attack Davis, she had 3 attempts and 1 was successful. For Dominica, Xavier, goal shoot for Xavier, she had 6 attempts, scoring 3 of them, while their goal attack Jones, Lisa Jones, she had 4 attempts and 2 of them were successful, as the score is now 23-13 in favor of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The court has some water in it. Well, it's wet. The drizzle continues, but the referees seem to be fine with it. The second official, Justin, the second official is Lilia Cameron. Lilia Cameron, the second official in this opening game of the OECS ECCB International Netball Series being held here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the Arnos Vale Sports Complex.
Yes, she is from Trinidad and Tobago. The full name is Lilia Maturin Cameron.
Okay, great. So here we go. We're going to get the third quarter started.
Third quarter action going to be started in a while. And so the officials, quite naturally, the conditions for them, it's quite okay to go. So that's the start of the whistle for third quarter. Yes, and now we have the teams turn around. We have St. Vincent attacking the eastern end of the court and Dominica the western end. There goes Dominica. They have carried their score up now to 14. So Dominica now up to 14 is 23-14, 23-14. And of course, this is live netball action right here at the Arnos Vale Sports Complex, St. Vincent, located near the old airport. Well, I don't think many would have believed that the playing field would have moved. So everyone around the Caribbean should know where the Arnos Vale playing field, Arnos Vale Sports Complex is located nonetheless. Yes, Roxelle, so the rain, the drizzle, I would say, has held slightly, but there's always moisture hanging around.
Well, I'm quite happy with the surface. When I was made aware that we were going to be doing over the surfaces, one of my concerns, because it's not covered, was if it gets wet as it is now, how would it be on the feet of our players? And it's
not just on the feet. Do we have the equipment to dry it up as quickly as possible?
Well, I see they do have some equipment here, some manual equipment, but the surface is quite good. I'm walking and sliding my feet, and I'm quite sturdy.
You're getting enough traction.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
We have some positional changes for the Dominica team. The goal attack now is Williams. Omian Charles has gone to goal defense. Proctor is now the goalkeeper, and I think it's James. James goes to wing attack.
Okay, that's Lisa James, wing attack?
Yes.
All right, so those are some changes there.
Yeah, Williams seemed to not have started the game, so she's probably a new introduction to the game as it stands at this time. But all the other three players were moved around from their initial starting positions from quarter one.
So this is round one of the competition, Dominica versus St. Vincent. Game one of the evening's fixture. Coming up next will be St. Lucia and Grenada. That should be an exciting matchup as well. And of course, both teams are already into their warm-up sessions.
Yep, well, St. Vincent goes up by one more. They extend the lead to 11, 25-14. St. Vincent again with another shot, 26-14. And it seems as if St. Vincent pulling away handsomely here in this third quarter. It's the center, Dominica, trying to find her goal defense. She could not handle. Coming away with it is the goal attack. She gets it to a wing attack inside to Frederick. Frederick goes up with a shot, scores. St. Vincent moves to 27. St. Vincent Grenadines center pass. Delplesh finding Davis. Davis goes with a long pass trying to find Frederick, but